We're gonna hammerhead over. Yeah, we'll let it roll down and go right into a loop. Pretty capable airplane. This is awesome. This is one of the biggest trainer, ready to fly optional airplanes that you can buy. It might actually be the biggest ready to fly airplane I've ever held and owned. Now, whether it's just the beginning for all of us, or it's the beginning for you and you're shopping around for your first RC plane, I'm so happy that we've been able to bring 3 or 4 ready to fly trainer planes to you very recently on the channel. And this one comes in at a really great price of about $200, depending on the setup of how you buy it. You can get it under $200 if you go plug and play. You add floats for extra $20, and if you want to get the fully ready to fly setup, which makes it very, very beginner friendly because it also has flight stabilization, it still comes in way under 300 bucks, right around 250. And with any luck, we may even have a coupon for you, so be sure to check it out, linked in the description box below. I love the fact that this airplane looks like a real airplane. A lot of people complain about our most often recommended Aero Scout airplane because it doesn't look realistic. It's a goofy looking airplane. This one has a lot of potential because it flies on a very budget friendly battery, and it has things like this little bit goofy looking spring at the front, but that's going to make your landings very forgiving, and I'm excited to test that out today. It's also a simplified airplane because it doesn't have flaps, but I don't think it's going to need flaps with that very large wingspan when we're flying on 3S power. So I think we can come in nice and slow and not have to worry about extra things that can break in potential crashes like flaps. So without further ado, I'm just excited to see how this does because this will be a true maiden on the channel. So let's plug it in, have some fun, and see how it does. That's reversed. Elevator. That is good. That is good. Good. Nice simple controls, but it's big and it's yellow. It's easy to see, and I like the price.
Like the video for a good maiden? Let's go, Nate.
Hey. Okay, so I'm taking off and flying not in stabilized mode. I just want to see how it does on its own. Just a nice trainer airplane. I will turn stabilized mode on, but more often lately, I tend to trust my own skills more than the stabilized things. So that's every brand though. I think that just comes with time in the hobby because it's less things that could mess up, right? So it's flying really nice. It's a big airplane, like I said, easy to see. And well, let's just go for some fun maneuvers. This is 3S power. I figured it could do a nice loop, and we'll throw a roll at it too. Can we do it? Oh yeah, this is great. This is a cool airplane. I like this. Very nice, very nice. I like the markings on the plane because see the little checkered patterns there on the ground. I didn't quite think about this, but now that it's in the air, look at that. That's for orientation. And then at the bottom, see that? Those checkered patterns on the tips. That is really good to help you see your airplane for orientation. Oh, what a beautiful day. This is awesome. We've been blessed with an awesome day to get out here and fly. So cool. And we'll roll it. Let's go look at our climb rate. Here we go. Up, 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 up. That's full throttle. We're gonna hammerhead over. Yeah, we'll let it roll down and go right into a loop. Pretty capable airplane. This is awesome. So the beginner is watching and saying, okay, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And you're right, you shouldn't do that. Not on your first 10 flights, but it lets you know that this plane has something you can work up to. Some trainers I've flown, they only want to fly like this. Just nice, easy, boring flying. And that's okay, but I think it's good to have an airplane that you can use to increase your skill over time. So now, to the beginner, how does this fly with stabilized mode on? Let's kick it on now. Okay, so nothing crazy happened, and that's a good thing. We don't want it to fly up or down or start turning or anything. What stabilized mode does is allows us to fly like this. Abby?
Don't stall it.
And as we turn the plane, I can push all the way over, and let's see if we can give them this shot too. Does that make sense? Is the airplane in the shot too?
Yep.
I was holding full right, and the airplane doesn't go upside down, but this is what happens when you don't have stabilized mode and you push full right. You ready for this? Full right makes the plane roll, okay? And if you don't have stabilized mode on and you push right, your job is to now level the plane off by pushing left a little bit. Let that wing level off. When you have stabilized mode on, you can just push right a little and the plane auto levels back. You can push left a little and it auto levels back. And it does that with climbing and nosing down too. Boy, that was a funny little pocket of wind it hit up there. So, look at that. Oh, it's buffing in the wind like crazy. But it's handling it well. Yeah, this is a good trainer airplane. Now, I wanted to test that landing gear out too, right? So we want to bring it in a little bit slower. So I'm going to leave it in this beginner mode, and we're going to try to do a little bit of a touch and go and see if that landing gear like folds up or if it holds stiff. Let's find out. That's kind of fast. Oh, look at that. I saw it spring. I don't know if you guys saw that.
That's kind of fast. Oh, look at that. I saw it spring. I don't know if you guys saw that.
It boing like a door stopper, right? You guys know what I'm talking about? But it flicked back out, and that's really good because a lot of times when you're learning to fly, or even pros, the front nose wheel is the thing to snap and crack and give, and that does happen. It really can. It's holding well, but it's also, like I just saw in that first touch and go, really forgiving, and I love that because instead of snapping the foam or the landing gear, it's going to bounce and wiggle, and you know, with the big cracks we have on our asphalt here, it might even get stuck in one and just bounce it right out of there. So although it might look a little bit goofy, because it kind of does, let's be honest. Look at that. It's holding up really well.
I'm gonna have to fly this one.
Yes, this is a good airplane.
If you don't want the pusher prop style and you want a more realistic Cessna looking plane, this looks like a really good option.
It really is. It's really nice. You would like.
And there's no rubber bands holding the wing on.
That's nice too. Yes, I can't believe anybody would still be using rubber bands to hold a wing on. This uses a nice little turnkey lock, 2 of them, and within 30 seconds you can have the wing on and off. And guys, it took me about, it says on the box, it says takes 3 to 10 minutes to assemble. They're not kidding when they say that. It took me about 10 minutes to assemble. No glue required. Probably one of the fastest beginner planes I've ever put together. And it's big too. A very easy assembly. It also, remember this, let's not forget the fact that for ready to fly at around 250, it comes with floats. That's pretty amazing. So I'm excited to try those out someday. Hopefully we'll have another boat week or something. Look at this. This is so easy to fly. You're gonna like this, Abby, just because it's such a nice, casual, slow flyer. But I know how you like to fly. You'll take the flight stabilization off and then do a stunt and then kick it back on. Yes. But this would be a really good airplane for you to practice not doing that. Don't kick that stabilization back on, because it's such an easy plane to see, and it doesn't roll fast. It has a little bit of wing dihedral, so it auto levels a little bit on its own. I want to see how it flies inverted. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is nice.
And this is coming in at like 250, ready to fly with floats.
With floats.
That's
now,
crazy.
if you are liking the airplane and you're like, you know what, I will never fly on water and I don't need ready to fly because I got my own radio, you can buy this, I think
plug and play for $190.
That means all you need is a battery and a receiver.
Yeah.
And you're in the air at $190 for a big airplane, a little bit over 1,200 millimeter wingspan. That's a good size. And you can learn a lot on this airplane. Batteries are budget.
And it does good in the wind, my goodness.
We're holding steady inverted this whole time.
I can't believe you're flying this inverted.
I'm not having to hold much.
Are there
elevator
any
either.
other trainer planes that you could do this
Not
with?
this confident.
That's wild.
I like the speed of it because I'm flying at about half throttle and it's just cruising around, fighting the wind.
Ooh, let's play our favorite game,
Oh,
just
yeah, I
for
haven't done it
curiosity's
yet.
sake.
Okay. Well, let's
Flip
see
it
if
back
I do an
over.
outside loop
All
first.
right.
You ready? I hope so because I'm pretty well committed. Yeah, that was great.
All right, Nate.
Okay.
Let's play our favorite game. Will it snap?
Well, let me get a little more speed, okay? I gotta go
Excuses,
full throttle
excuses.
here. You ready?
Yes. Will it
Let's do
snap?
Let's snap it right here. Hey! Oh, it actually will. a little
Ooh.
bit. Okay.
So this
Wasn't-
seems like a great option
wasn't
for
expecting
progression
that.
too.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
can't believe
Okay,
that.
last thing, can we knife edge it? I gotta come in the other way, okay? I feel more comfortable this way. That's just a me thing.
There you go.
A little bit, a little bit, a
Oh,
little bit. We're
oh.
dropping. So it won't hold forever, but you can do a knife edge pass like this. You can hold into it for a little bit there, but it eventually drops, to be fair. All right, I think it's time to see if we can just grease a nice smooth landing. We've got strong winds to our back now, which is crazy. So let's see if we can just bring it in nice and smooth. I love the speed of this airplane. Look at that. The slow, and then see the front
Wow.
wheel.
This airplane, look at that. The slow, and then see the front wheel.
Wow,
It
it
almost caught.
stuck the landing.
It almost caught, but it sprung right
I
back
can't
out.
believe you didn't just get road rash on that
That's
one.
amazing. Yeah,
Wow.
this is a great airplane, and it needs some RC Sailor stickers, let's be honest. So the one thing that I was like not impressed with in this airplane when I got it is the battery. I thought, oh, are you kidding? They're doing a 1300 milliamp. What a poor choice that was. I thought it'd be a 5-minute flight. They say on the box that it can fly 10 or 12 to 15 minutes on this battery. So not only is it a great flyer,
You just got like 9 or 10, and I'm sure you have juice left.
I'm sure I do. I didn't bring my checker is the unfortunate thing. That is a very impressive and efficient flyer, okay? I brought some 2200s to fly on, so I'll let you guys know how that worked out, just probably in the comments or the description box, but that's the battery. It comes with a charger too. Like, this is actually ready to fly. And the radio, just a good old Fly Sky radio. It definitely feels good and gets the job done. I like that it's a thinner transmitter. I'm so tired of these giant boxy shoe boxes of radios. So at least this, in my opinion, is a step in the right direction. I'd like to see more of a gamepad style controller, but this feels good. It's way more ergonomic. Kids, wives with smaller hands can feel good flying this too, and even with large hands, it feels good. This is your flight mode switch. All the way down, I think that was stabilized mode on. All the way up, it was off. This switch does nothing on this airplane because it's just a nice simple 4-channel airplane. That being a true Maiden, I'm very impressed. Much more so impressed with this than I thought I would be, okay? I will say that it's a little on the ugly side, but when function trumps looks significantly, I'm okay with it. So good for them for designing and implementing that feature to save the front wheel. That's gonna save a lot of pilots a lot of headache while they're learning to fly, especially their landings. This plane will be linked in the description box below. I'm very impressed. And using that link does help to support our channel and our family at no extra cost to you. Now, if you're a beginner pilot, and likely you are watching this video, or guys, if you're not a beginner pilot and you're watching this, please share this video with someone that you'd like to see get in the air, because this is probably one of the best trainer planes I've had my hands on in years. So, to that beginner pilot, you also should consider flying with AMA. That's the Academy of Model Aeronautics. For half the price of this airplane, you can be insured for the entire year. And that's gonna cover you if you crash into someone's car, you crash through a window, or even, God forbid, you hurt someone with your airplane. So AMA is the Academy of Model Aeronautics. It's for really any and every type of RC, but those of us that fly planes are the ones that tend to fly pretty safely, and we know about it, and we all fly with AMA. You get a nice magazine subscription. I highly recommend it. We'll have that link down there. Buy the link to the airplane too. I am impressed. I didn't really know what to expect out of this airplane, but it's awesome. And it's so awesome that Abby wants to fly it. Now, how often do you hear her get, you know, maybe 1 out of every 10 airplanes, she's like, I really want to fly that. So good for you, Abby. I'm excited to see you fly this, and I know you'll do really well with it. So if you guys want to see Abby fly it, let her know in the comments, leave a like, get this video some attention so Abby will jump behind the controls, and she'll jump out here in this warm weather and take to the skies too. So I'm really excited for that. But I want to say a massive thanks to God for blessing us with this beautiful day, this opportunity, and this time to jump in front of the camera and share this experience with you guys. Also want to say a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your insanely awesome support. Now, we've talked about trainer planes. There's one that's not quite as beginner friendly, but it's really cool because it actually comes with air-filled tires, and I was able to take off from really tall grass. We featured that on the channel not very long ago. I think it's definitely worth your time because it also comes as a ready-to-fly airplane. We'll have that video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. See you there.
Bye!